Josh Hart for JTH Boxing. Frank, we are here in Nottingham, fight day 5k complete, but probably the biggest news we've seen in a long time last night. Conor Benn in a shock move to Zuffa Boxing. Obviously, I know you would have known for a few days by the time the announcement went out, but when you first heard the news before it dropped, what was the reaction? What was the thoughts? Obviously, I know you're a bit of a different character to Eddie, but what was your reaction?
It is what it is, baby. On we roll. Like, you know, you can't... What's the point of sitting there being upset? We are where we are. We did what we did. We stood by him for 10 years. You know, Conor Benn wouldn't be in the position he's in without Matchroom, without Eddie Hearn. That's the reality. Yeah, you live and learn. You know, and we take from this and we learn and we move on. But we'll always stick to our, you know, to what's right. We would always do things the right way. We're not going to let this change us as people. You know, but yeah, it's the game we're in, isn't it? What a game.
How big of an impact is this for the business? Obviously, Conor Benn coming off the back of what was a stellar year for him last year. We saw that the focus on him, especially with the Netflix documentary, a core part of that was about Conor Benn. How big of an impact is this going to have?
Look, we've never been defined by one single fighter. But, you know, our business is 100 fighters, shows week in, week out around the world, breaking records. It's what we do. So we're never going to be defined by one individual. We have great fighters we represent. We have a number of great fighters we still represent. There's going to be new fighters who come along. There's going to be other fighters who come out of contract. Like, you know, that's the game we're in. So, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and go, oh, great, Conor Benn's left. But that's where we are. So what are we going to do, mope around? No, we're going to get on with it and we're going to go to war.
Reading Conor's statement, he was very thankful towards Matchroom, but then hearing some of the things that Eddie said when he wouldn't have a phone call with Eddie to talk it out, he said he still wants Eddie involved in the team going forward. Reports online are saying that it is only a one-fight deal with Conor. I know it's obviously still early days, but is there any chance of a future still with Conor Benn?
You write so much off in boxing, don't you? So that will never happen, this will never happen. Who knows? Tomorrow's another day. The relationship would change though, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
It's commercial then. It's just literally a business commercial relationship if anything ever happened. But who knows? You know, like, and he had to say what he said because look at the reaction. Do you know what? We get slated for a lot of things. You know, most of our time on social media is getting slated about things. This one's actually can't quite believe it. You know, so yeah, we are where we are, aren't we?
Is that what makes it a lot harder to deal with? The fact that not just yourself and Eddie, but the Matchroom team, you went out, put your balls on the line when he was going through the drug situation, the failed test. Is that what makes it a bit more painful to deal with and a bit more shocking?
Do what's right, don't you? You do what's right for someone who you've supported since they were 18. I've known him since he was 18 years old. And I've said I've always had an up and down relationship with Conor because he likes people around him who blow smoke up his arse and tell him what he wants to hear. You know, and I never really was the one to do that. So my view is very different to Eddie's. Do you know what I mean? Like, but you can sit there and, like I say, oh, that's upsetting. This is what it is. We move on. We focus on the business we've got. We've got great business. We've got great times ahead. We've got great talent. Yeah, game's the game.
Well, Frank, roll on tonight. Thank you for your time.
Roll on tonight. Don't miss it live on DAZN.
Perfect.